We're live,
You can
ladies
put
and
those
gentlemen.
on.
Hold on, don't interrupt me during my introduction. Ladies
I'm
and
sorry.
gentlemen, we are live on Facebook here. Okay, we are from the lovely state of Arizona, the Scottsdale office, Carolyn office. We have Nicole Demas. Nicole, welcome to the show.
Hi. All this
Some people would
applause.
some people would say her last name should be Demon, but we'll go with Demas. But
I've never heard
just
that.
kidding. I bet you never heard that before, right?
Never.
Yes, I know. I'm just full of originality today. Anyway, never mind. All right, let's start with you. Tell us a little about yourself, how long you've been doing this, all that good stuff.
I started real estate in 2019, so this is my second year. I was born in Connecticut. I grew up in Dallas. I moved to Arizona in 2013, and I started in the restaurant industry, and now I'm in real estate.
Wow, I didn't know you were born in Connecticut. What part?
I was born in Bridgeport, but I lived in Huntington.
Okay.
You can tell by my sweet attitude that I'm not from the East Coast.
You know, it does explain stuff.
Like what?
My two oldest live in West Hartford. They're
Oh,
both
cool.
in Yukon. Yeah, it's a great area. It's a great area. Connecticut's not that big, so Bridgeport is not
You
that
can
far.
cartwheel across the whole state.
In a couple hours, you can drive across the whole thing. Yeah, you can actually drive from where I'm from, southern New Hampshire, to all the way through New England in less than 3 hours. All right, enough about that. So you've been doing this for how long? 2 years now, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them a little about where you are production-wise, about your year so far. I think that'd be good for them to hear, only in your second year.
I could do that math. I wasn't prepared for this question.
Okay.
I
No, just give it like how many deals you've done so far this year, and how you do your
I've done,
business.
I'm on my fifth right now.
Okay.
Fifth deal. I can tell you really fast how my production is. I'm about a little over 3 in production.
Okay,
right
3
now.
million. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good, with 5 transactions and so forth. And your business, are you doing primarily listings or sales or both?
A little bit of both right now, actually. I have 2 listings coming up. I've already done 1 so far this year, but I like working with buyers. I don't know, a lot of people like working with sellers, but I think buyers are more fun.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Why is that? Now, what's fun about working with buyers?
I don't know. I just feel like they love it so much. I don't know. I feel like
They're excited.
sellers, yeah, are more difficult at times because, you know, everyone thinks
Well, right
it's
now,
worth. Yeah.
yeah, everybody thinks it's worth way more, but the problem is you
Yeah.
got to reel them in, because if they want to get more, right, you got to start at the right price. That's what I tell agents today is you can't, if the house is worth 500, you can't go, well, let's go at 575. I mean, it might sell for that, but not if you ask 575. You got to let the buyers make that decision, because that's when people are paying over, everybody has to have it. And that's when it becomes more valuable, right?
Yeah. So I just prefer working with buyers right now. I mean, I'm sure there's going to come a point in my career where I want to sit on a beach and sell, but
Gotcha. Yeah, it's a fun business. Whether you're working with sellers or buyers, it's a blast. Knowing your area is important, and I know that you work a couple areas there and so forth. So, before you got into real estate, give me an idea of like what you were doing and why you decided to get into real estate. I think that's always important to hear.
I was a corporate trainer for a restaurant. So I traveled and opened their stores and trained their girls for years, 7 years, I think. That's what brought me to Arizona originally. I was out here opening a location, and I actually met my fiance, and it moved me out here in 2013.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. I saw you guys you guys live in a beautiful neighborhood. I saw that your post about closing on that property. That's gorgeous. Nice job.
Thank you.
When's the big
So
day?
October 30th.
This month, this year.
Yeah, it's coming.
You can actually have it this year.
Yeah, but we never planned on having it in 2020. We never planned on having it. Hadn't even been in the process of starting the planning during COVID. So we got lucky.
All right, cool. And so that great new neighborhood, you're actually farming that neighborhood, aren't you?
Yeah. 48 homes. I love it. We like it out there. It's quiet. I don't think it's our forever home. We have a
Right.
place in Tatum Highlands as well that we're renting out. So I think we'll make that same decision in the house we're living in now, and then we'll go somewhere else.
Great. All right. Awesome. All right. Good. So, what is your ultimate goal this year? Like, what would you like to do in transactions, or you can do it in gross involvement. Either one's fine.
I think I want to hit them like over the 1.5 mark. I think that would be a good goal for me. I want to be consistently having things in escrow. That is big to me too. Maybe 2 deals in escrow at a time, or at least close one a month.
Okay.
For my second year, I think that's a pretty solid goal.
Absolutely. And what's your do you know about what your average sale price is? Just to give them an idea. So if you're talking one a month and you want, so I think you're talking about closer to 15, right? 12, 15 million in gross involvement. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not all of them will be a million, but hopefully most.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. So okay. So you like working with buyers more. I mean, how do you get your buyers? Do you prospect for them? Do they just do you do a lot of social media? I think you do a little of both, actually.
Yeah, I actually hired a girl to run my real estate social media just to keep it consistent. My personal one, I have a pretty big following. My network is just big. I have a twin sister. If you've seen one, you've seen us both. So that helps because it's like my face is out there twice. So she better be acting right.
Well, okay, I'm not going to comment on that because I can imagine you two in school. That must have been a crazy time. Did you guys take advantage of all the boys you dated? I'm sure you did.
Uh, well, we were the
Which,
Heartbreak Hotel for sure. But everyone thought we would
uh,
switch places more, and it's a lot harder than you think. Like you have to know what you're studying, who you talk to. It's
yeah,
hard to switch places as a twin.
that's great. I've seen your posts, and you guys do look a lot alike. I mean, you guys are obviously exact twins, which is must have been. I mean, I can just imagine. I know a couple, and it's amazing how close. I mean, every twin I've ever met, they're very close with one another as far as they know everything about each other. They're just very close. So it's kind of cool. You would know.
Yeah. It's like a best friend that you just can't get away from.
Right. Right. They have to behave. No, okay. I'm not even going to ask you who was more behaved because I think I already know the answer. I don't want to embarrass you.
It's me. I know you
Wow.
don't believe that. It's me.
I do believe that. I'm just kidding you. I do. All right. All right. So you want to do that. All right. And the key is give an idea of like, how do in your second year, you're doing very well. Tell them how do you do your business? Like, I know you do some prospecting, you do some social media, your network. I mean, so with your network, do you call them? Do you meet them? Do you all kinds of what things do you do so you can get some consistent business from that?
Most of mine is organically. Like I have conversations in person. I'm not a cold caller. I'm not a door knocker. It just doesn't work for me. I do better face to face. So it just is like a snowball for me. I have a conversation with one person and they have like the best experience and then they tell their friend and then I have a conversation with that person and they're like, "Oh wow, she's cool." And then it snowballs into the next person. So that's where most of my luck has been coming from. I try and do a little bit of farming. I haven't had any luck on it, to be honest. I do email blasts that have been pretty successful for me. But like I said, I meet a lot of people daily. I've been in the bar industry for a while, so that helps. And my social media is pretty large, my presence there. And yeah, word of mouth has done amazing for me.
hmm Yeah. Well, that's the key right there. If you can have great, if you do really well with your sphere and they tell their friends and so forth, that's ultimately the best, referral you can get is from other people talking about you, right?
Yeah, and I'm pretty authentic in every aspect of my life, so I just keep it real with everyone. And
Right.
I think that has been beneficial for me too.
Yeah. And if you're working with them and selling them a home and doing a great job, they're gonna tell their friends and so forth too. So how big is your network? I mean, do you like give them a little idea of what you have in your CRM, and then maybe how many people you have and what social media networks that you use?
So my CRM, gosh, I might have like somewhere around 30,000 email addresses in there, something along that line. My Instagram personal following is almost at 11,000 followers. My real estate one is almost a 500, but I've only been growing that really over the last month. My Facebook, gosh, I delete people all the time, but I probably have 1,000 pending friend requests in there. So it's large. It's a
Yeah.
big presence for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, especially your age too. I would think Instagram, even TikTok. Are you using TikTok at all?
No, but that's the thing is like MySpace was my day and Facebook, like Instagram is the generation underneath me. Like I'm 32 now, so it's all the
Oh my God.
I know. I'm sorry.
No problem.
So it's the younger girls that have had a lot more success on their Instagram, and it could be their posts of, less clothes. That and TikTok, not at all
TikTok.
my
Yeah,
thing.
TikTok is, we have a guy at the Sahara branch who's doing very well on TikTok. He's like the ambassador to Las Vegas. It's really cool what he does. And he does business, a decent business from TikTok. But I mean, 8,000 followers on Instagram, that's pretty good. And if,
No, 10,500. I'm almost at 11.
oh, good. Oh, 10,000.
Would you like to add another one? I'm looking for another follower.
Yes. I think I already follow you on Instagram, actually.
I don't
Yes.
know.
Definitely on Facebook. I know that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. This will be, you can share this after if you'd like as well,
I cannot wait for all my friends to see.
Yes, and I saw the post that you did. That's the thing. Well. Give them a little idea because I see by doing this for 36 years now. I've been doing this since I was 19. Social media is the newest thing for me. I've only been doing social media a little less than 7 years now. Really 5 years added, I would say. And a lot of it was new for me, but I see how well it works. And especially for some of you, I see how well it works. So give them an idea of what you do in order to stay relevant on Instagram and Facebook and so forth.
So I make a lot of my posts in Canva, and I like people to see that I have production and that I'm busy. Do I necessarily get people who ask me to buy houses through social media? Not as much as you would think, but they definitely call me, and anytime I see them in person, they say, "Wow, you're so busy." So I think in that aspect of the social media, it helps, but I just like to stay in front of people. So however I need to do that, I'll do it.
Yeah, and I see your stuff too. Like you took this that we were doing this Facebook Live today. You put that out there. Stay tuned. So it's almost like with you. It's almost like a journal, right? You're showing them what you're doing. You're giving them a look into your life, but you don't get too crazy into the personal stuff on yours, do you?
No.
Okay.
That's
Now,
so funny you say that because that's very true. So my personal Instagram, I have conjoined with my twin sister because I feel like it is less personal. It's more of like a brand of there's two of us. And as far as my personal life, I try and keep that a lot more separate, especially when you start getting a following. People like to deep dive and make assumptions. So I
you
leave a
give
lot of
her.
that.
Did you give your twin a stack of your cards and say, pass them out like you're me?
I always get onto her. I'm like, you need to start telling your friends. Like, I've
Right.
been hugged in the grocery store thinking that I'm her. And then they've seen us together and been like, I didn't even know you had a twin to her. And I'm
Right.
like, how do these people not know you have a twin? I'm about to tattoo my business card to her forehead if she doesn't start sending me some deals.
That's what I would do. Absolutely. You start using that Instagram, the double one, the one with the two of you on there. Start using that one to get business too, because I can guarantee you'll get business from that. With
Yeah, I
11
do.
followers, are you kidding me?
She's a bar manager at Maple and Ash. So it's a great clientele in there as well. So I actually bartend a few shifts for her a week because it's organic conversations.
That's great. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Awesome. So knowing what you know now, you've been in the business for 2 years. Okay, you're obviously rocking and rolling, doing very well. If somebody was getting into the business, or if somebody wanted to take their business to the next level, what would be the 3 most important things you would tell them to focus on?
I would say focus on your sphere
Okay.
a lot, having conversations in person. Like I said, phone calls and door knocking work for some people, but not it's not as easy as it is to just have that conversation with someone in person. But with that being said, for someone who's getting into it, I would tell them to not get your hopes up because everyone you thought would use you in transactions, they don't. They think that it's too close and it's too personal. So I learned that really early on, which was very difficult for me. Um, I would say stick with it because a lot of people get discouraged because it's not easy like it looks. And I think that staying consistent and actually like staying in the game is key.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's probably
I would also,
what I would tell them.
I would also, you're probably not going to say it, but I want to say that I remember the first training you came to of mine, in the training room in your office. I would say, and this is going to be a compliment. Okay, I'm telling you, it's going to be a compliment.
I know where this is going.
You have you're very confident, right? So I think when people work
Yeah.
with you, they feel comfortable that you're going to help them. Yes, you have a good time, obviously. You're a blast. There's no question about that. And you're a little crazy at time, which is fun, right? But you're also very confident and focused, I would say. And I think people read that about you, and especially with buyers. If you don't act
Yeah.
confidently about your area, about what needs to be done, especially in today's market, they're not going to use you, right?
Well, as far as the confidence, absolutely. Like, but I think that carries over from your personal life. So, and I
Mhm.
had this conversation yesterday with a girl I know who wants to get into real estate. And that was the first thing I said to her. I was like, you have got to break out of that shell. Like, people are going to chew you up and spit you out because you're just too quiet.
Mhm.
So, yeah, you have to have confidence. And I'm just, if you ask me a question, I'm going to be honest with you. So, if you're looking for me to fluff you, then you probably have the wrong person.
Yeah, I think it's true. Yeah, because you told me in that training, you basically told me what you were going to do, and that you were going to be a top producer. And I was like, I've heard that before, and sometimes people do it, and sometimes they don't. You definitely have. So that when you're, and I tell people, it's something. It's for you. I could tell, like you said, it comes from your personal life, and I think you're naturally gifted with that a little bit. But like for me, I had to work on it. People think I always spoke like this. Not true. Not I always.
I've texted you and you're a man of very few words and a lot of emojis, so I believe that. I'm like, hello, Rick,
Yeah.
what are you saying here?
Right. Yeah. She said hello, and then I actually picked. I answered her with a picture because I was on the phone when you text me, and I answered her with emoji
You
waving
can
blonde
say
haired girl. I
yes.
thought the emoji looked just like you.
No, I told you the one with the crown. That looks like
That's
me.
right. That's right. The one with the crown should have been you. I am so sorry. Yes. No, I am. When it comes to if I can answer on a text, because like you're a face to face person. I grew up
Yes.
in real estate over the phone because it was just invented when I was, in starting. I'm kidding. Not this. I mean, cell phones weren't even around when I started in the business. I mean, the first disruptor
You
when I
are
got.
aging yourself.
Yeah, I know it. I am. I am. I am definitely aging myself. But my point is that I got used to the phone. You like face to face. And what I'm going to say is, whether it's over the phone or face to face, you still have to learn how to talk. You got to come across with confidence, competence. You got to be natural. And for some people, that's why I'm dovetailing on your point. Some people have to work on that. Like you were telling that woman, get out of your shell. It's almost like some people have to go into a character, right, and act a certain way, even if you feel like you're acting, because that's what's going to get you into more transactions, I believe.
Yeah, I you have to be. And it's so funny because I text like I talk. So if you read a text from me, like it's almost like you can feel my emotion coming out of that text message because I'm about as settle as a gun. So if I feel a way, it's going to portray in person, over the phone, via text, like it's going to come out.
I love it. You're getting all kinds of comments too. Hey, hi, Serena. Serena said, looking good, Nicole.
Oh, I love her.
Yes, we missed her already. Jen said, you are amazing, Nicole. Jen Thornton
Thank you,
Weller.
Jen.
Sean Colley. Hey, Sean. I call him
Hey,
Collywood.
Sean.
Okay.
He
Hi,
is
Rick.
Hollywood.
He is Collywood, isn't he? I'm telling you
Yeah.
something. Let's tell him right now. Sean, I got to tell you, he does some of the best videos for Instagram and Facebook I've ever seen. He's
But he's
natural.
very personable.
That's what I'm
He's very
saying.
personable. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there's a guy, he's a perfect example because when you meet him, he comes across a little shy at first, but then you watch him on the videos and he just comes out, right? He's the perfect example. And there's Thomas. And Michelle, your partner in farming, Michelle Horowitz said, "Way to go, bestie." You can't see those comments on your side, can you?
No, but I actually had the conversation with her when she was in real estate. She was feeling down and she wanted to give up. And I told her, like, you will do well because she has an amazing personality. Like, we actually have very similar personalities. She's just a little bit more emotional than I am.
Yeah, I know. Michelle's awesome. She's in my coaching. As a matter of fact, she was the last call I did with her and Thomas were on it. And I'm looking forward to seeing those guys next week for sure. But yeah, and then she went on a roll. And then then see what happens when you go on a roll, you forget. It's funny. I told her, Michelle, you're a musician. You're used to repetition. You keep being repetitive with the right attitude, it's going to work. And when it works, it usually works really well. And she's taken off really well. So great job, Michelle.
Yeah, it's been amazing to watch. So, I mean, I just help her. I keep her like this. So,
yep. So what do you think? Why do you think? Because, and I would say, first off, the difference between men in real estate. Let's cover that for a second, right? I didn't think you would go there. Yeah. Boom! Just hit it, Paul. All right. So what I see, first off, women, I think. Okay, I'm just going to say this because I believe it. I've been doing this a long time. Women, I think, are actually naturally better at real estate because they think with way more parts of their brain than men do. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, though, they can be more emotional, okay, which can get them in trouble too. But I think from an empathy standpoint, from a putting themselves, which is really empathy, putting themselves in the other person's shoes, that's what makes women really good at real estate. Men I had to work on that. But keeping the emotion part is easy for me. So why do you think the emotional part is a little easier for you than I would say for most women?
I'm really good at seeing things from all sides. Like in my earlier life, I was not. I acted 100% on emotion. I mean, I was a ticking time bomb. So I think over the years and just watching how different situations have played out in my life, it just made me separate emotion a lot better. And I can honestly say I've been through so many situations to physically say, oh, I've been there, so I think that I have just come such a long way. And that even when I got into real estate, I've learned a lot to just back the emotions. But as far as and I think that that's why I like working with buyers so much is because watching the emotion that they go through, I'm like, wow, with men, you guys don't see all that because you don't think with your heart, your emotion, and all of that first. We do.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a comment, and I'm gonna ask you to guess who said it. Are you ready? Oh. This is a first. This is a first on Facebook Live with my terrible reading glasses from my desk.
Am I gonna know this person?
No, you know this person. Okay, she wrote beautiful and smart equals the whole package. Who do you think said that? I'll give you a hint. Her initials are DD.
It's probably my stepmom.
Don Demas.
Yeah. He's one of my biggest supporters, and that's
obviously.
It's been amazing in my career to have people who stand behind me. So
yeah. No, that's awesome. It's awesome. Good stuff. Your energy is your energy and enthusiasm draws people into you too. I would say that's very obvious. And honestly, that's a tremendous thing in real estate because let's face it. I mean, of course, I'm a company guy. Berkshire Hathaway, best name on the planet, definitely helps. All the tools, but ultimately, you get paid for how you treat people, how they feel, what comes out of your mouth, honestly and ethically, right? That's what really makes a huge difference in real estate. Some people have it naturally. Some people have to work on it.
Well, okay. I will say, getting into this industry as a female, some people look at you like you're incompetent or you're not as smart. And that it is what it is. You just go through that as a woman. So I really wanted to have a strong name behind me to start building that brand and that recognition. And like, if I have a strong name, a strong personality, and some confidence behind me, then I feel like it's going to be a win-win. And I was telling you this story yesterday about how I interviewed with a lot of big names before I came here. And I mean, look at me, I'm wearing cheetah print and I'm a little out there. And I remember the manager said to me, "Oh, you're going to have to tone down your look a little bit." And I
Yeah.
said, "Well, this conversation's over." And I got up, and guess who calls me? That person now,
Right.
because it's like, you
Because
have
you're
to
doing
be
production.
authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's a great compliment that, well, not the first one, but the second one, when they call you afterward. You know what? I guess you don't have to tone it that down that much if you're going to do that much business. So good for
Well,
you.
Michelle Beaujean loves me for who I am, so that's all that matters.
We love Michelle too, don't we? All right. She's awesome. Great. She's doing a great job in there too. It's a very unique office. First off, let's face it, Scottsdale is the new Orange County, I think. It really is. People, North Scottsdale, that whole area, it's a number 2 destination in the United States right now after Texas. It's Phoenix. I mean, all of Arizona. So it's great. A lot of people coming from all over the place. You're probably dealing with a lot of people from California as well, right? A lot of your buyers.
Yeah, should we do a Real Housewives of Real Estate Scottsdale edition?
You know what? I think that's a great idea.
I think that's a great idea too.
The Berkshire Hathaway Wives of Real Estate in Scottsdale. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's a great idea.
I think it'd be great. All right, Nicole, any final words you'd like to leave these wonderful people today?
I love them all. And thank you for everyone who's ever been supportive of me and continues to be. Even you, Rick.
Whoa! Even I think that was a compliment. I'm going to take it as
That
one.
was a compliment. You are very supportive.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's easy to support somebody with an awesome, bubbly attitude like yourself and high on enthusiasm, which is great. All right, everybody. Thanks, Nicole. Appreciate it. All right. Leave some wonderful comments down here, and she's going to be sharing this all over the planet when we are done. Thanks, Nicole.
Everyone rewatch it. I'll see you next week, Rick.
Yeah, it'll be on my YouTube channel, too, just in case anybody's wondering. Forever.
Good.
Even though it plays for 24 hours on this. Thanks, Nicole. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.